Hey, my fellow viewers. Well, where we're at with the 6.9, with the procedures of the test run and everything else, we have gotten the test run completed and the outcome. We've covered that, and in another posting I had mentioned that I was going to send the truck away send it off for other work. I do a lot of my own work, but one of two or three things that I don't touch is an automatic transmission. I prefer to take it out and send it off to get something like that taken care of. Well, this one here didn't quite work that way. I did send it out. I just got it back yesterday afternoon. He wound up taking the transmission out. I guess he wasn't able to find out what was leaking of that matter without taking it out and looking it over, which on some circumstances, it's understandable. So, where we're at right now, phase 2 is done. The test run was phase 1. The transmission was phase 2. And that's completed. The transmission has been taken out upon request of the shop. I inquired about, okay, if they take it out, not to put it back because I have other work to do while it's out, which is the engine. So this is how it is. This is how I got it back. I still don't know what was leaking, but I wound up going to torque converter under suspicion. Apparently it wasn't the right one. I don't know. I don't know what to think on that one. But nevertheless, in the end, I'm not going to squabble with it too much. I kind of prefer to have something that works and not question it. What are you going to do? Of which, when I did have the other torque converter out, a couple things were rather alarming on it. There it is. Torque converter. A bunch of trash stuck to it, huh? There it is. The torque converter. So, before all this gets done, what's going to wind up happening, we're going to start extracting this engine. I did decide to follow through with the project, and once again I wind up with something that's going to work. Let me take and open this up. There's a lot to this, even with the gearbox out. There it is, as I've viewed it before. That's what it is. It's going to be a pain in the balls. It really is. See what it looks like underneath here. I haven't even looked it over since I got it home. Along with the weather not cooperating, being a little on the incooperative side, this is going to be a rough deal here. Let's see what we can see up underneath. Maybe and maybe not. I have to move this, and I have to set it all up, and so I can work. I've got manifolds to pull. No, I wouldn't leave manifolds. Exhaust pipes. Where'd my C-clamp go? There's a C-clamp in there. A C-clamp's there, another nut's gone. Yeah, exhaust pipe, motor mounts, fuel supply, all kind of hoses and this and that. We'll just have to pick at it and see what happens here. I get it out. I've got a water pump to change. I've got all kind of odds and ends to do. It'll be one heck of a project. I suppose it can take me about 3 days to do it. I suppose. But in the end, we'll really know how it's going to work. There's this phase. And after that, it's going to be... I'm going to do the front end and this and that, stiffen it all up. I got to put universal joints on the drive axles on the front. There's 3 universal joints that's got to be tightened up. Got to be redone. And that itself is going to be a mess. At that point, I'll evaluate the ball joints and see if they have to be changed. And if that be the case, they're going to wind up getting changed, and I'm going to do something with the tires. Then we're going to be in good shape. So that would be the 4th phase. And then the last but not least, my snowplow addition, the mounts for it, which is, I don't know, I think I'm running out of time here to squeeze all this and the remaining part of the season. I don't know, we'll see how we make out. But that's my intentions. Transfer case wound up getting separated. I can't cry about that too much. It's only easier to handle like that. In a way. Put the transmission up on the jack, get it in place, bolt it up after the other motor's in. And then you can work with the transfer case separately. With the transfer case on it, it's a little harder to balance it, to get it up there. One piece at a time. I think I can come up with a fixture to hold the transfer case in place, get it on the spline, and then just take and kind of drop the jack a little bit and allow it to drop down how a transfer case sits. This one here kind of drapes down a little bit. It isn't perfectly straight. It drops down. It's still within the frame, but it's on a slight angle. I think that'll be the easiest. Anything I'm not sure of on this one. I'm changing the water pump as I just mentioned a few moments ago. This fan clutch on this. I'm gonna take a look at it. I'm not sure how to. Can I catch it? Just maybe, if I do it right. This nut down in here, that's for the fan. I'm not sure how to get that out of there. I do know it's reverse thread. Are the belts supposed to hold that in place while you crank off the nut for the fan clutch, or what? I'm not sure how that's got to work. I got a book on it, but something like that, it doesn't tell you much. You can't get the pulley off before you take the fan off. So, we'll just have to see how that one works out. I don't have the water pump kit in front of me. It's still in the vehicle that I used to transport it. So that's where we're at on it. So there we have it. It took a while to get the truck back. A little bit longer than I had anticipated. But I guess they were busy. What are you going to do, you know? It was out for almost 3 weeks. Yeah, pretty much 3 weeks it was out. Waiting. Now I can work, and, you know, as I said, the weather isn't that cooperative. It's been rather stormy here the last week anyway, week and a half. I just have to wait for opportunities. It's just about too wet to use any machinery that I need. I want to get this and put it to another place to work. Be a little bit better, and you know, I just brought it off the tow truck here, dropped it. I want to get it over on the other side there. I think it'll be easier to work. I'm going to I've got it all figured out. So, alright. Hope you continue to enjoy watching my videos. Any recommendations you can put in there as I'm hashing this over and putting this thing together, or laying this thing up to do the project, anything like that. If you want to throw any comments in, be sure to do so, and I would appreciate it. Thanks.